In the 1930s, movies were king. It was the end of the silent film era and the beginning of the golden age of Hollywood. People in Jackson County would flock to the Markay Theater to get a chance to escape into the world of Clark Gable, Shirley Temple, and Will Rogers. In the 40s, the Markay changed hands, was remodeled, and perhaps given its soul. The bas-reliefs you see on the walls were created to depict what life was like in rural America at that time. Farmers, coal miners, foundrymen, people going about their daily lives. These figures watched on as almost 7 decades of movies and several generations came through the Markay doors to experience the wonder that theater brings to our lives. Time passes as it always does. In the 90s, it was almost curtains for the Markay. The crumbling bas-reliefs on the wall were a visual indicator of the state of the building as a whole. Crumbling walls, leaking pipes, holes in the roof, and decay greeted those who entered. The only thing enjoying the escape that the theater had provided were the pigeons who had found a home in her once vibrant halls. Then came an idea. The city of Jackson, realizing that this Art Deco jewel could very well be turned into a parking lot, approached the Southern Hills Arts Council with a revolutionary idea. They would lease the Markay to the council for $1 a year. The council would in turn renovate, maintain, and operate the facility. Fortunately for us, the council members took a big gulp and said yes. In that moment, the Markay was offered a new lease on life. Next came the dirty work. Volunteers rolled up their sleeves and carted out tons of debris. Walls were torn down, antiquated heating and cooling systems were removed. Anything that could be salvaged was. Most importantly, the bas-reliefs, as you see on the walls around you. These unique works were considered too valuable as art and as symbols of local pride to be destroyed. For the next 20 years, the Southern Hills Arts Council, the community, civic organizations, individuals, businesses large and small, artists, state leaders, and the Ohio Arts Council worked tirelessly toward a common goal: restore what could be saved, replace what had been broken, and create a home for the arts in our community. The council methodically approached projects and fundraising to remain debt-free during the nearly $2 million renovation. They sought grants, donations, and held fundraisers ranging from black tie events to yard sales. This would be a marathon, not a sprint. Meanwhile, the council continued to make art happen in Jackson County. Classes were held in the meeting rooms, art shows in the gallery, countywide free children's art classes in the summer, quilting, knitting, drawing, sculpting. A lot of life happened while the Markay was undergoing its transformation. Each success along the way was celebrated, each setback was met with creative solutions, and the goal remained consistent. In 2015, the dream that began with a few and was supported by so many was realized. On August 1st, we officially cut the ribbon to mark a new day for the Markay. We celebrated with a full day of free concerts ranging from classical to folk to country to funk, with the farmer and the coal miner and the orchard worker looking on, beautifully restored and glowing with pride, ready for what's next. The Southern Hills Arts Council and everyone who made this dream possible welcome you to the Markay Cultural Arts Center. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Markay's Giving Tuesday Telethon. I am Joel Stewart, the Director of Operations here at the Markay, and I am with...
Matthew Wilson. I am the Southern Hills Arts Council's president.
Yes, and we are so happy to have you tuning in with us. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and get ready. Am I right?
100%.
Get ready for a great night. We are going to have... It's just a huge showcase of everything that this board and its members have worked so hard to put together this year. So thank you so much for tuning in. Matt, thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for being here with me. It's delightful to see you and to be here. And we're so excited. That video that you just saw was actually made by one of our former members, Susie Blanton, which you actually know very well, right, Matt?
Yes, I have known Susie my entire life. She's pretty much family. She's originally from the area. She's from Jackson. She is an amazing artist. She does tons of different mediums. She is a former board member here. Currently, she resides in Worthington, where she works on the city's Parks and Rec department as a graphic designer. She was part of our Markay All-Stars.
Yes.
She's done a lot for this community through the Markay and Southern Hills Arts Council.
Yeah, when we first got onto the board here at the Markay and at Southern Hills Arts Council, her name was thrown around a lot.
For sure.
She put in a lot of hard work. So Susie, if you're watching, thank you so much. Also saw a ton of familiar faces in that video and a lot of tear down, a lot of build back up. You know, when we first joined the board, we had no idea that this place was so close to destruction and getting torn down and being turned into a parking lot. So that's what it's what we're all about. That's why we're here today, is because we need your support. We need your help.
We need your help to take that legacy and move it forward into the future so we can keep making what they made so great even better.
Yes, it's everyone, you know, we have to put the backpack on and we have to keep trudging. So it is our time to step up and to support the arts and to support the local artists that we have here in Jackson. And there's a ton of phenomenal ones, and we can't wait to talk about them tonight with you. We can't wait to promote all of the artists that we have coming. How's your list look?
I have a pretty hefty list.
I have 3 pages.
Yep. So
you have 2.
I have 2.
Yours has some pictures on it. Mine has just a lot of words. And it's because we have a little bit of everything tonight.
Yep, we do.
And we're so excited. So thank you so much for tuning in with us. A couple of things that we have right now that are coming up. If you call in tonight and donate, there's a number at the bottom of the screen, 286-6355. If you call in and donate, I was just informed everybody's getting, what is this?
This is the Markay ornament that we are giving out this year. It is the woman with the basket.
Yes.
Circa 1940 wall relief. It is one of the wall reliefs that we have around the around the theater. And this is the one that we're giving away this year. It's a set of a collection of 6. I'm not sure which one was given the last time.
I'm not sure.
But everybody that becomes a member or donates gets one of these.
And it's the only way you can get it.
It's the only way you can get it.
So
it is exclusive.
If someone's driving down South Street and they're peeking in your window and they see this, you're the only one that's got it.
And they're going to be jealous.
They're going to be jealous of it. And you're going to say, hey, there's only one way to do it. I called in on Giving Tuesday 2021, with Matt and Jules hosting, and I got myself an ornament because I supported the arts.
Yes.
This has the awesome design that's actually on the theater walls here. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But, you know, like Matt said, these are exclusives. Everyone that calls in tonight and donates and becomes a member of Southern Hills Arts Council is getting this ornament.
Yes.
It's not the only thing that we're giving away. We have CDs. We have keychains. We have free tickets that are actually being given away for 2022, and even some of the events that we have coming up. We still have a year here. It's not December yet.
Correct.
And
we
Christmas,
still have a full month.
Christmas is fun time.
Fun time. We have a lot of stuff coming up in November or in December.
Yes, we do, and we have some stuff in November too.
Today's the last day of November.
This is the last day in November.
This is the giving. The last day of November is Giving Tuesday.
Exactly. So. Yes. So we're giving away a lot of good stuff tonight, and we're really hoping that you guys are feeling generous. And you know what? If you don't feel generous, you know, you're just like, I can't. Matt and Jules, I can't. You know what we say to you? That's okay.
That's okay.
Hit that share button.
Hit the share button.
Hit that share button. Comment down below. Show your support. Let all your homies see this. And make sure that you let everyone that you can know that we're out here, you know, putting in the work. Am I right? doing the thing.
For sure.
So we're getting ready to take it away to another video we want you guys to watch. This is actually going to be one of the first people that are going to be visiting us in the Markay here on the stage in 2022. It's, should we tell them who it is? Should we let it be a surprise?
Let's let it be a surprise.
You want to let it be a surprise? Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to send it away to this awesome video of one of our next band. They're coming in January of 2022. And while you enjoy that video, Matt and I are going to go tune our fiddles.
I knew it.
Ain't constant sorrow.
Welcome back. Who was that, you would want to know? It was me and Matt. Just kidding. It wasn't me and Matt.
It was Open Rail.
It was Open Rail. You guys might know Open Rail. They're a bluegrass band from Gallipolis. Mm-hmm. They're actually Aerial Theater's, they're like house band.
Yes.
And they're phenomenal. They've won awards, and they're coming to see us on January 29th, 2022. Tickets are going to be $10 advance and $15 day of.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all, is it?
No.
You know why? Because we're awesome. That's
Yep.
why.
Yep. And they're awesome, and it's a great deal.
Why even pretend at this point?
Yep.
We're awesome. We have an awesome group of people that run this place, and that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the awesome group of people that make the Markay run. So let's talk a little bit about the two entities of Southern Hills Arts Council and the Markay.
Yes.
Okay, so what is Southern Hills Arts Council?
Southern Hills Arts Council is an arts council that is operated by 15 board members. It's a charitable nonprofit, and it is volunteer based, and it's just people that are really striving to get arts into the community, out to where people may not know, about different mediums of art or film or music, theater, anything like that. It's really to get the arts to the forefront of the community and enrich people's lives with it.
Right. And as you said, all of these board members are volunteers. So they're working full-time jobs outside of working in the board and doing all the things that the board does. So it's a really passionate group of people that donate their time and their energy in making this place run. And when I say this place, I mean the Markay. So Southern Hills Arts Council is basically the gears that make the Markay what it is. And we all worked really, really hard last year. And of course, through COVID, when we couldn't do as much, I mean, that was really difficult for a place like us. We're kind of trying to rebuild ourselves back up from that. So your memberships, your donations are everything that we need right now to come out swinging into 2022.
For sure. Definitely.
So if you want to donate, please call 740-577-3841 or 740-286-6355. Those board members are over in our boardroom right now.
We have the Southern Hills Arts Council board in our boardroom, and they are answering and calling people right now. And while we're here being the face.
It's hard.
Because I am the president of that board, and Jules is the director of operations here at the Markay. That is a position that is appointed by the board, and just trying to make things happen.
It's kind of funny how that happened, because when we came on, we were coming sort of as a lot of members, like their terms were up.
Correct.
So there was a lot of shift, and we were sort of learning as we went. And I remember in the meeting when we were talking sort of about being president and then about me being director, the meeting that we had where we were talking about director was Randy Clausen, one of our members, and Cora Willett. We were sitting around there. We had the whole meeting, and it came up on the agenda. And I think they said, how much do you think that we should pay a director? And I just sat there and I said, well, I'll do it for free. And Randy said, well, when can you start? And I was like, it just kind of became a thing. It's so interesting that these people, we just really are passionate about what's going on here. And it really is a diamond in the rough. I mean, how many people come in here to the theater and say like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was here, right?
For sure, definitely. And it's something that's to be really, we can honor it and be proud of it, because like during the Dwight Eisenhower performance, our Elvis impersonator that is just beloved in the area, the people that came were so excited to be here and to be involved with that. We had a sold out show, and you could tell when they were leaving that it just really, the performance touched them, and it was something that they're going to talk about all year round. And luckily we have him coming back this coming year.
Yes, we do.
And, so we get to do that again for maybe a new group of people or his dedicated fans that are going to be here again. So.
Yes. And it's so neat to see, demographics of, all ages. So we have people that know Dwight and know Elvis and saw Elvis in concert. And then we have things coming up. Like in December, we have Madcap Puppets. They're coming from Cincinnati. And they're a children's theater puppet group. And they're going to be doing their version of the Nutcracker. That's going to be on December 18th. And on December 17th, that's correct, right?
Yeah.
That's the correct dates. And on December 17th, you looked a little unsure. You had me on my toes there. And on December 17th, we're having a completely free event for children, thanks to the Brooks Jones Endowment, who is providing all the funding for this event. It's going to be a night we're having Tamara Leach come by. She's going to be giving a ballet lesson for all the little ballerinas that want to know about the Nutcracker. I'm going to be giving a drum lesson to everyone that wants to learn about the drums that are in all the beautiful music in the Nutcracker, and we'll be making a craft. And then on Saturday,
Well, also too, on the 17th, there will be a costume contest. So anybody that wants to dress up as a Nutcracker or a ballerina, the best costume will win a prize as well.
Yes.
Leading into the 18th.
Yes, the next day we will have Santa coming. So Madcap Puppets starts at 3, and I believe 1 o'clock we have Santa coming. We're going to be having milk and cookies, and we're going to be having, I think one of the crafts is actually going to be from Pinewood Pottery on Main Street here in Jackson. And there's going to be also a couple little things. There's going to be cups that we'll have that are just special for this event that you and your little one can take home with you from the milk and cookies, and then you can come and watch an awesome show. So we're catering to young, to old, to in the middle. And, one of the things that we have in the middle, I think, is it's really great that we have this video coming up because it's a Journey cover band.
Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
Are you ready to sing it? So what we're going to do is we're going to take it to the video. We actually have a couple videos coming up. You're going to watch a video from New Frontiers, a Journey cover tribute band that we're going to be having next year. Bob Eisnagel, you know who Bob Eisnagel is. Come on.
Yes.
He's going to be chatting about his show that we just had here at the Markay. And then we're also going to be having Dwight Eisenhower. We have an interview that we have from him and some of his live music. And we're going to let you take that away. While you watch that, Matt and I are going to go out into the gallery, and we're going to sing with DM Davis Choir, who's out there.
Yep.
You ready? Warm up your pipes.
Oh.
Okay.
Every time
Welcome back. Jules is playing the air guitar right now, along with our Journey cover band,
It's
The
Journey.
New Frontiers.
Yes, they're coming to visit us on February 5th, 7 p.m. right here. $15 advance, $20 day of. Markaytickets.org. Get them right now.
Right now.
I have a feeling it's going to sell out. Do you know why? Because it's a Journey trip.
I mean, you heard them. They're fantastic.
Come on, give me a
Yes.
break. Okay, so we've got another video coming up.
Yes, we have another video.
Let's talk about that.
This one is an interview with Bob Eisnagel that was done in our gallery while his show was up. I'm sure everybody knows Bob. If you don't know Bob, then you need to know Bob.
Yes.
He's a fantastic man. I actually have had the pleasure of knowing Bob since high school. He was my high school art teacher because I graduated here from Jackson. And he, you know, I knew art before Bob, but he helped me hone it a little bit in high school. And it's been a pleasure to work with him. He's a non-board member on our board in the Visual Arts Committee. He's huge help with Foothills. And he's just an amazing guy. And he works with a lot of different mediums. It's actually really funny because in high school, I didn't really get to see a lot of Bob's art. He you know, teaching everybody, you don't get to,
Right.
you don't have time to do your own.
Right, yeah.
So to see his show in the gallery, he had 76 pieces.
Yes.
And I mean, every single one of them was absolutely stellar. Anything from scratch boards, you know, watercolors. I don't know if he had watercolors,
He had
but acrylics
acrylics.
and oils. And so I'll let it take over to Bob's interview and he'll explain more about that. But just fantastic man.
My name is Bob Eisnagel. I'm from, lived in Jackson all my life and always knew I was going to be an art teacher. A lot of people go to college and change their mind, but I knew I was going to be an art teacher from the beginning, so I went to High University in Athens, and I started my career teaching in Piketon, Ohio, where I met my wife, and then worked there for a few years, but then was able to get a job in Jackson, and I've taught in Jackson. I have 33 years in education, 28 of them in Jackson, and I had a wonderful career. Okay, the name of my exhibit is My Time. And the reason for that is that I have never had a show. All these years, I've never had a show. When I was teaching art, I did art for everybody else, but I never did anything for myself. And when I was a member of the Arts Council here, which I was for many years, they always asked me to have a show, but I never had any art pieces, enough art pieces. But then towards the end of my time with the Arts Council, Paul Brown told me I was going to have a show. I was supposed to have the show last year, and because of COVID, I didn't have it, which was wonderful. COVID had some terrible things, but for me it was wonderful in the sense that I got a chance to do my artwork. And the name of the show, it's My Time, because it just finally is. I mean, I finally have enough pieces. And this show has, I think, 74 pieces. Most of them were done in the last 18 months. My dad was an artist. Now, he didn't do a whole lot of artwork. He was a sign painter, but he was always very good. He's probably my biggest influence. As far as artist, you know, I studied a lot of artists. I know a lot of art. I've been to a lot of museums. I've read a lot of books. Could I tell you one particular person? I don't think I can. You know, I mean, I'm just the influence of everybody. I'm very realistic. My art is very personal. So my art, it doesn't, I have a few abstract pieces, which is kind of neat for me, kind of get away from what I normally do. But most of my art is just very personal to me. So it's hard to say that somebody influenced your art because I don't go in one direction. I do art that touches my heart, you know. So my art is either about people, or it's about my faith, or it's about my family, you know. So it's kind of very personal, my art. Well, again, when I was teaching art, I did it all. I did pencil drawing, charcoal, ceramics, painting, sculpture, linoleum block printing, scratch art. I did everything, which was my goal in education, to let my students experience as many different mediums as possible. So I did that, but I never really mastered any of them. So one of my goals when I retired and now was doing the show was to find where's my niche. So I started out in pastels. I did a couple paintings. a lot of people who paint, artists, people think they're painters. Well, I thought, well, I'll paint. I did 2, 3 paintings, that just wasn't my thing. So I went to pastels, and I love pastels because you work with it with your hands. But then I did a lot of drawings, but I finally found my niche with scratchboard. And I have several pieces. My drawings in this show are all drawings that I found on the internet, and I did them for people. Except I took some personal pictures of my family, so my family's represented here. But a lot of my artwork, and I'll tell you one piece in particular, is the first piece. It's called, it's the first piece over there that I have with, it's a picture of Todd Riegel and his dad. That's the hands right here. Never let go. And I did that. It was a good friend of ours, Todd Riegel. His dad was in hospital. In fact, his dad passed away soon after that picture was taken. But Todd's wife took that picture of Todd and his dad holding hands in the hospital. And he posted that on the internet, and I saw that picture, and it just really touched my heart, you know. So I did that picture, and I gave it to him. And once I gave it to him, he had such a reaction to it, it made me realize I need to do more of those. So most of the pictures on the wall here, except the ones that I took, are pictures that I found on the internet, and they mean something to somebody else, and they touched my heart too. So I do it for them, and then I give it to them. It's kind of like a way of giving back. I mean, I feel, you know, Lord gave me a talent to draw. It's a way by giving them back. So it gives me more pleasure than it gives them. But that's where the drawings came from. When I walk in the gallery now and see all these pieces, I'm just surprised, you know, because for so many years I didn't do the art, and then because I knew I was going to have the show, I finally got these pieces. Now some of these pieces I've done several years ago. The one that's the oldest piece, I did a piece when I worked at the atomic plant I worked there for a few years. But most of the other art here is done in the last 18 months. So when I look back, I think, how did I get this much work done? Sarah's been patient with me because I'm in my shop a lot, getting ready for the show. But now it's really a sense of satisfaction. I come here a lot. I bring a lot of people here to see my show, but then I like sitting here and I look at this and I say, wow. It surprises me that I got this much work done. Well, my advice for a student or anyone who wants to make art a career, first of all, a lot of people kind of shy away from art career. I mean, even, you know, they think there's not much money in it. If you teach it, there's not. But I've had several students have gone on and have had wonderful careers in art. So there's opportunities in art. It's very competitive and it's hard. You know, you have to, if that's where your heart is, that's where you need to go. If it was about making money, I wouldn't have known what I was doing, but I could have stayed at Goodyear at the atomic plant where I worked there for about 7 years and made much more money than I did teaching. But it wasn't where my heart was. So you have to go, I'll just tell students that you have to go where your heart goes. Money's important, but it's sure not the most important thing when you talk about doing something for your life. It's what you love. It's the most important. Okay, well, most artists are very critical about themselves. In fact, most artists don't think they're very good. I don't know too many artists that when you talk to them and say, yeah, I'm pretty good, you know. In fact, when they do, then they're probably not, you know. But you know, you don't listen to what people say, and you really don't do art for other people, because if you do, then you're going to be trapped in what they say. So I would tell a person that's interested in doing art to do it for themselves, whatever makes them happy. If it doesn't make somebody else happy, who cares? You know, I mean, you do what makes you happy. But it's so rewarding when people appreciate what you do, and most people do. You know, if you do a piece of artwork and it's not very good, there's not too many people going to tell you it's not very good, because most people can't do what you do. You know, and a lot of students, you have to realize that it's a growing thing. I mean, I'm 70, well, soon to be 70, and it's taken me a long time to finally get to the point where I felt comfortable to show my art. It's not that my art was bad, it's just that I was never satisfied. And I think that's just a typical mindset in most artists. You know, I can always get better. I'll wait till I get better. Well, I'm telling people, young people, don't wait till you're my age. I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I would have done this earlier. And maybe if I had done it earlier, I would have gotten better faster, you know. It doesn't matter what other people think of your artwork. It's just if it's good to you.
Oh, Bob.
Sweet man.
Sweet man, great artist.
Some of you may know, may not know. Bob actually has his own framing business, I Snoggle Custom Framing here in town. I've had him frame a couple pieces of mine, and I know most artists here in town have had him frame anything. Honestly, he's fantastic at it. Also, a little unknown fact about Bob: in school, the only time that he would let us listen to music is if it was Bob Seger.
Really?
The only music he'd let us listen to was Bob Seger.
I didn't know he played guitar.
Honestly, I like Bob Seger because of Bob.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle. Bob Seger, Bob Eisnoggle, and now the man, the myth, the legend. Who are we going to watch next?
We're going to watch Dwight Eisenhower. We're going to start with an interview, and then we're going to listen to some of his music.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And while you guys enjoy that video, Matt and I are going to go. I mean, he might have left a cape or two here.
He might have.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's go look.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So, Dwight Eisenhower, you are somewhat of a legend here in our area because you have performed here several times. But the cool thing is you have been able to perform at one of the neatest venues in our area, and that's the Markay Theater. And every time you've performed, you have sold out. And I'm telling you, I own a local restaurant in town. And every time that you perform, the ladies go wild and they come in to eat, and the energy in the room is just unbelievable before the concert. And I can't even imagine what it's like at the concert. So you definitely have won our locals over.
Yeah, you know, this will, like you said, this will be our 5th time at the Markay. And I particularly like the Markay because it's such an intimate venue. You know, there's not a bad seat in the house. Whether you're in the front row or the back row, it's just a great experience because it's such a tiny theater. And I love it because the energy is always through the roof in that place, you know. And like you said, well, Ohio is where I'm originally from.
Oh, okay.
I haven't lived there for some time, but I'm originally from Southeast Ohio in Meigs County, Pomeroy.
What? I didn't know that.
That's where I'm from originally. Yeah, I lived there till I was about maybe 22, 23 years old, and then I moved to Orlando. So, yeah. So it's always nice to come back home, you know?
How did you get started doing Elvis?
You know, it kind of just happened as a fluke, really. I originally I wanted to go to school. I was in college for music education just for a little while, and then this Elvis thing kind of took off. But it actually started back in high school. I was a sophomore in high school, and I was basically involved in any type of music that the school offered. I was in jazz band, marching band. I was, you know, in everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, during downtime, during like when football season wasn't happening, we decided to do a variety show. And the band director knew I was a huge Elvis fan, and he asked me, he said, "Can you sing?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I haven't really done it. You know, I've never tried." So I'll never forget it. I went to like Macy's or something and bought a lady's pink jacket, and I popped the collar up on and I drew some sideburns on, and there I was. I was the king for the first time, I guess. And so it was just like a snowball after that. Really, things started slowly happening, and here we are all these years later, and I'm, you know, performing 150 shows a year on a good year, you know, when COVID's not happening, of course.
Right. What is since you get to do Elvis and you actually get into character and you are Elvis in the concert, what is your favorite Elvis song to listen to, and also what's your favorite one to sing?
Oh man, well, Elvis had a repertoire of over 700 songs, but I would have my favorite Elvis song to hear Elvis Presley sing is "Are You Lonesome Tonight?" It's always been my favorite. You know, maybe you would think one of the rockers, but to me, I'd love to hear Elvis sing. You know, I love his voice. So,
absolutely.
"Are You Tonight was always one of my favorite. But as far as to sing or perform, there's so many that are a lot of fun. I would have to say maybe like Suspicious Minds, something like that.
How long have you been doing your Elvis show?
Oh, it's probably been close to 20, approaching 25 years now.
And still going
Yeah.
strong. That's awesome.
Yeah. This is our fixing to be next year, probably our busiest year yet. I'll be going to Australia, all over Europe, possibly Japan, and all over the United States.
And that's what I was going to ask you. What are some of the coolest places that you've gotten to visit and perform? Because you have traveled all over the world, and
Probably the coolest places I've ever played, I would definitely have to say Japan. I've maybe performed there for about 7 or 8 tours now, and it's just a whole nother universe. I mean, but it's beautiful. The people are just beautiful. The way they respond to the music.
does it ever just do you ever stop and just have to pinch yourself like, wow, I'm getting to literally travel the world, singing songs of one of my, biggest, as a fan of Elvis?
Yeah. I mean, every time I'm on stage with those guys and girls, I mean, it's just, especially like when I play with the Sweet Inspirations. The Sweet Inspirations, Elvis was just this much of what they sang on. I mean, if you ever heard, Son of a Preacher Man by Dusty Springfield,
Yeah.
if you ever heard Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison, I mean, these legendary recordings, it's all the Sweet Inspirations singing the backup vocals on all these records.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, just about every single Aretha Franklin record, every classic hit, Chain of Fools, all those songs was Elvis's backup singers, the Sweet Inspirations. And they perform with us several times a year. So.
Well, is there anything else you would like to tell our viewers while you're here with us today? And you have been such a great sport, and I know it's early out there in LA, and we cannot thank you enough for tuning in.
Yeah, no, it's really no problem. I'm glad to be able to do it. But, I would just say, if you're a skeptic, if you are not a fan of Elvis tribute acts, Elvis impersonators, just give it a shot. I don't think I'm Elvis. If I did, I'd be sitting here with sunglasses and doing this, I don't think I'm Elvis. We have a great time. It's great music. And just, even if you're a music fan in general, just a music fan, come out. I mean, it's going to be a great time. We're going to bring back memories from 1956 clear through 1977, when the world lost the greatest entertainer that ever lived, and everything in between,
Again, we cannot thank you enough for coming to our area and not forgetting where you came from, because it is much appreciated. All right.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you, and come and see us anytime or give us a ring anytime. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Stop doing. Do it again. I found my friend on Blueberry Hill. Sing it with me. On Blueberry Hill. Well, the moon stood still on Blueberry Hill. And lasted until my dreams came true. Well, I can't stop loving you. I suddenly made up my mind. To live in memories of such a long, lonely time. Well, I can't stop wanting you. I said it's useless to say. Yes, it is, so I just live my life. The dreams of yesterday. Those happy hours. Yeah, we was love. That's all you know. Maybe still maybe blue. Sing it, girl. Well, they sing high. It is a broken heart. Every time restless dear, restless dear is with apart. And I can't stop loving you. I said I made up my mind. Yeah, I could live in memory. I such a long, long time. And I can't stop loving you. Well, it's useless to say. So I just live my life in dreams of yesterday. Gotta have it in the right spot, man. Yes, oh yeah.
Oh man, that's the guy right there.
That
Hunka
jumpsuit,
hunka burning love, let me tell you.
You're not kidding.
that jumpsuit, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, when you're here, when you're in it, when you're at the Markay, it's Elvis.
Yeah, it is absolutely Elvis. And you feel like, and let's be honest, there's not a bad seat in this house, right? No. So like you feel like you are at an Elvis concert and you are right there with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. I remember the beginning of his show this past year. He had this gold sequined outfit on, and it literally every single sequin was reflecting off, and it was just fantastic.
It was like we were in Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that not the right place? It's like we were in the, give me a big venue.
Staples Center?
Staples.
That's right.
It was like we were with Elvis. Welcome back. Thank you so much.
I'm as old as Elvis.
Guys, welcome back. Markay Giving Tuesday Telethon. And look who we're here with. Who are we here with? This is Amanda Crabtree, everyone.
I was going to say, this is Courtney Leach.
Amanda Crabtree is with us, and she's everything. You know what I mean? She's everything. She's been on the board for years here, and you are actually heading all of the legwork in the boardroom right now, calling people, right?
We are. We've got some of our fantastic board members in there. We are selling some memberships. We've gotten some donations. Shout out to a few people who have become members tonight. Jeff and Seal Plummer from Wellston, Mike and Melody Morgan here in Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler and Lindsay Pierpont became household members tonight. So thank you to all of them and all of those others, people who were calling, and those people who will pick up the phone, because, you know, let's be honest, people get so many telemarketer calls that they're screening their calls, and I don't blame them. But just know that we are calling you. And please answer, because we need your help.
Yeah. I mean, we're a different kind of telemarketers.
That's right. That's absolutely.
Yeah,
We're friendly ones, and we like to hear what you have to say about the Markay. We want your input.
Sure.
So not only are we calling to get your memberships or get donations, but we are also trying to just, get some input from you to see what it is that you'd like to see at the Markay.
For sure.
Right. I mean, I think you can can't people give donations to different specific areas?
They can, absolutely. So if you don't want to become a member, which let me tell you, being a member affords you a lot of great things, like just an individual membership gives you 10% off of performances. Becoming a household member not only gives you 10% off of performances, but it also, you get 2 free tickets to a show of your choice with up to a $20 value per ticket. So, I mean, that almost pays for itself right there. So, but if you don't want to become a member, or let's say you are already a member and you would just like to give, then you can sponsor specific things. Let's say you want to sponsor a specific movie at the Markay. You can do that. You can give just to that movie. Or you want to sponsor one of the events we're having, like the movie contests that we're going to have here coming up that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's say you want to sponsor that, then you could give money specifically for that. So, there's just lots of things that, you can just give money for operating expenses too.
Right. Yeah.
God knows we've got those all the time.
Yes. You can't just open the doors and turn the lights on and it's magic. So
The more that is given is the more that we can give to the community.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I mean, in any way that makes it happen, like it's great. So
if you've given to us before, or if you've come to a show, or if you've been involved with us at all, you're probably going to get a call tonight. We're hoping to reach you tonight from an unknown number, and it's just Amanda.
It's just me.
It's just Amanda.
And you know what? Like, we keep it short and simple. So, we're telling you a little bit about this show that you're able to watch tonight. And then we're just going to talk to you a little bit about the different memberships that are available to you and the things that we're doing. We also have our schedule of events. So if you're interested in what's coming up next year, we can tell you the month that's happening. So if you're interested in watching Dwight, we can tell you that that's happening in July. So be on the lookout for those tickets to go on sale.
Yeah, 4th of July weekend. What a better weekend to have Dwight than 4th of July weekend.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah, and so we have other things coming up too, and we want to really talk about with you, because you've been here on the board and you know the ins and outs about all of the organizations that call Markay home. Can you tell us a little bit about those organizations?
Absolutely. So the very first one is one that's practicing here tonight, is the DM Davis Choir, but the combined choir, men's and women's choirs, and they will be performing here live on the stage on December 11th. So make sure you get those tickets. But they are just one of the few organizations that call the Markay home. So we give them a place to practice every Tuesday evening. They practice on our gallery. If you're walking, we often walk, my husband and I, we walk our dogs and we walk by the Markay, and I can see on a Tuesday night, I see them and they're practicing, and they work hard. They're here for 2 or 3 hours on a Tuesday night. So, that is one of the organizations, and it's a pretty big choir. We also have the Apple City Players.
Yes.
So that is an organization that is growing. They are working on having 3 shows every year. We are now allowing them to rehearse here as well. So this is their home theater. They rehearse here, and then they have live shows 3 times for each production. So, they are an organization that has really just started small, and they're growing, and they're getting new members, and they are looking for members all the time. They are actually having some, and I think that Cindy's going to tell you a little bit more about that, but they are having some auditions coming up. So
yes, and you're a member of Apple City Players.
I am a member.
You have performed on the stage.
I have performed on the stage.
And
yes.
you will do it again.
I will someday. Yes. Yes, I will. So, and it's a lot of fun. So, if you have an acting bug, and let me tell you, once you are on that stage one time, you will fall in love with it. It is just so much fun. And to be around people who enjoy doing the same things that you do is just such great fun. And they're, again, they're looking for people who, not just actors,
right,
people who just love theater.
Yep.
So, just come and be a part of that. And then the other organization is the Writers Guild.
Yes.
So we do have a Writers Guild, and I believe they meet monthly. And they're just people who just enjoy writing, and they enjoy sharing their writing with other people.
Right. And we're actually collaborating with them. Our boardroom windows that are on Main Street here, we're getting ready to collaborate with them and some of their writers to do a writer's window. So we're going to basically do like a graphic design of something that some of their writers or local writers have written, from a song or a short story, an excerpt. So as you walk by on Main Street, you'll get to see some of their writing and actually get more information if you want, if you're curious and you love to write and you have the writing bug, along with the acting bug or the singing bug, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because so there's a little bit of something for everybody. Anybody with a kind of got a creative bent to them is there is something for you here, because whether you like to perform or you're just like the backside of it and you like to do the writing, there's just something for everybody. So Becky Lipscomb is the contact person there for the Writers Guild. Cynthia Stifler, who you'll hear from a little bit later, is one of the main people at the Apple City Players, and she's a great person to talk to if you're interested. And then Wilbur McCormick leads the DM Davis choirs. So just, great people, and they would love to have you become part of their organizations. And, and I think a lot of times people don't realize, they just think of this place as a building. They don't realize that there are organizations that call this place home.
Right.
This place is alive. It's not just a building. It's actually kind of like a living, breathing thing.
For sure.
Because there are people coming and going all the time. And we do have those organizations here.
Right. And Apple City Players is having auditions for their February performance on December 9th. I think December 8th, sorry. We're going to have a video about that in just a minute. DM Davis Choir, as you mentioned, December 11th is going to be here. They'll be performing their Christmas show. It's going to be awesome. And I think everything else, I think we might just let the Apple City Players take it away. You can't be, if you're not in here, who's call? You got to get back in there and call.
I got to go call people.
Yeah, you got to get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we got to get her back in the boardroom to get people called. We'll visit with you again here in just a little bit. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Get back in there and make the phone calls, answers the phone, and enjoy this video.
And thank you, Matt and Jules. I'm Cynthia Stifler.
I'm Doug Sharp.
And we're from the Apple City Players. We're going to take a few minutes and tell you about the new things that Apple City Players is doing. But first, I want to congratulate Apple City Players on a production that we just finished that I thought was pretty successful.
Absolutely.
And that was?
The Farndale Avenue Townswomen's Housing Estate. Well, I don't know. Something. The Farndale Christmas Carol.
The Farndale Christmas Carol. And that was a real fun show to do.
Absolutely.
And definitely holiday related. Hope you got to see it. So we're going to talk about some of the things that are coming up, the exciting shows that are part of our 2020 season that got moved. But I'll let Doug take it on because he's going to direct the next one.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're kicking things off. Our next show is called Hallelujah Girls. We're going to be holding auditions on December 8th at 7 p.m. at the Markay. With our performances being in February on the 25th, 26th, and 27th. It's a comedy, lots of one-liners. If you love snarky, sarcastic humor, it's a really good show. What we're going to be looking for as 6 middle-aged women, 2 men also in the same age range. We hope you join us because we always have a lot of fun with these productions.
We're also looking for the behind the scenes people. We need costumers. We need people to help with set, sound, stage management, all the kind of things that you never see but actually help make us successful in our productions.
Right. And then we do have one other show this upcoming season. This is going to be in May. It's called Fox on the Fairway. It's another comedy about rival country clubs. Pretty fun show, really geared more toward a younger audience. We'll be holding auditions sometime after Hallelujah Girls wraps up in February.
Yeah, and that one's going to be in May.
Yes, May 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Right. And then that'll bring us to our Apple City Players Youth Theater program, which we have adjusted some of the age groups. It's going to be from 6th grade to 12th graders. It's a program that we partner with the Markay from an endowment that we received to fund this program. And what's exciting about this is that we're kind of getting our feet wet on how to do this. And so we're going to have signups in May. We're going to approach all the schools in the county and see who's interested, get the kids to sign up, start the program in June. And what they'll do is they'll shadow us, probably somewhat in the next production after Fox on the Fairway. And they'll shadow the teams and they'll get to see what the production is. They'll help us with our next youth production, which is Kid Kringle. And Kid Kringle is Santa Claus's younger brother. We're writing this. It's a new original production. It should have some songs in it, and Doug's going to help me.
Oh, absolutely.
And so will all the kids. So June we'll be having the workshops, and then in fall we'll start the cast. And get the crew together, and it'll be scheduled to be for next Christmas. So that's open to grades 6 through 12. And one of the things that's going to help make all this happen is our members. So we'd like to talk to you about membership. We are adjusting our membership and what that entails. to involve a few extra things. And this is what are we going to have them do? Members.
We're going to need members to help with all areas of production. We're going to need to have some new committees helping us out. Marketing's always a big deal.
Yes, marketing is a big deal.
You know, if we're not out there shoving it in everyone's faces, they're not going to know we're there.
Yeah.
So
we're asking our members to become more involved, and they'll have to try to see if they can fit on some of our committees and help assist. Lately, it's just been pay a membership, and then the board does all the work, and we really want to make sure that our members have a lot more involvement in the theater, as well as the one thing the members do, which is they select the next season's plays and productions. And that's an exciting part of being a member.
And, you know, being a member doesn't mean you have to be on stage. I know there are people that want to be involved, but they're afraid of being on stage. I get that. But backstage help is always needed.
Backstage, and also just helping us do little things that it's all the dotting of the I's and crossing of the T's that make a production what really worth what coming to see. And we really want to entertain you. We want that when you come to see a show, you felt like you laughed, you had a good time, right. And it wasn't just put together real,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So then that brings us to our sponsors, which are wonderful to have sponsors. It's the blood of how we operate, right?
It's how we operate.
It's how we operate. And sponsors just donate money. So we have 3 levels right now, and I'll let Doug say what they are.
Yeah. So we have 3 different levels. And again, we appreciate every sponsor we've ever had that's kept us going since back when we formed I think we technically formed in 2016, but our first production was 2017. So the 3 different levels, we have the gala. That's anywhere up to $149 of sponsorship. Then we have Red Delicious, which is $150 to $199. Then Golden Delicious is $200, and anything else above that.
Millions
and
millions of dollars donated. Wouldn't that be spectacular? Another way for you to help support us would be to advertise in our playbill. And we're restructuring that as well. You would be advertising for a season, not just one production. And so we'll have the advertisers in there. And you can also sponsor a show. The sponsors of productions get the full color back page of the playbill. So we really want to thank you all for your continued support and get excited for our next season. Become a member, become involved, and audition. That would be fun too.
Anything you can do to help keep the arts alive in this community.
Yeah, that's
is
great.
Greatly appreciated.
So we'll hand you back over to Matt and Jules. Thanks.
Thank you.
Cindy and Doug, thank you so much.
Love them so much.
We do love them, don't we?
Yes.
We just directed one of their productions.
Yes. We just did their Farndale Christmas Carol.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
And they blew it out of the water.
Yeah, they did great. We had 3 performances of that, and every performance got better. I mean,
yes.
They're literally so good at what they do, and they're so fun to be. It's just genuinely such a great group of people.
Yes, it was an honor to be able to direct them.
Yes, we had Allison. We also had Laura Miller. We had Bethany.
Yep.
All great people, and all that who we hope to see again, and who hope to help them with stuff in the future.
For sure.
Their shows are going to be great. So make sure you go and audition if you're interested. Yes. What do we got coming up next, Matt?
I think we have a video from Liam's Fancy.
Yeah. Do you guys know what Do you know what Liam's Fancy is?
I don't.
Wow. Get out. No, don't get out.
Okay,
I'm kidding. What would I do without him? Liam's Fancy has been here before and has played with us before, and they're phenomenal. They're an Irish Celtic band. They are like a 5-piece. One of their lead guys is actually from London and has traveled around, and they actually have someone who plays the fiddle, the violin. I'm not sure what the technical term is with that, but she's played all over like Appalachia, and she's like world renowned, and they're coming to see us on March the 26th, and they're also bringing a Celtic dancer with them.
That's very
So it's going to be a whole show that is just going to be so enjoyable, something that you can really, go out to dinner, eat, come back, sit down, and enjoy the music and enjoy the dancer. And it's going to be great. And if you're really curious, you're like, I'm not really sure what that night would be like. I think this video that we're about to play is going to really cover it for sure. So sit back, relax. Matt and I, while you watch that, Matt and I are going to go put on our kilts and
I
warm
might tap
up.
dance.
Let's go.
Let's go.
stop, Matt.
That was Liam's Fancy. They seem fantastic, and Jules is so inspired that she
So ready for this one.
will not stop dancing.
Matt,
so
what's next? What do we got
I
next?
will not make you watch this any longer. We have Paul Brown doing a theater tour. He is one of our board members here at the Markay, and he is a fantastic artist.
Give me your hand. We got to do the loop-de-loop.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Take it away, Paul.
Nope.
We're still
still doing it.
I love it.
Hi there, Paul Brown again. I'm standing in here at the Walnut Hills box office. This is where we sell our tickets for our performances. And we've got a couple performances coming up. One is Reason for the Season, a play being put on by the Apple City Players. And that's coming up on December 12th and 13th. That's on a Saturday and Sunday. And this also where you come and want to see the movies, well, I will give you a ticket for that. Come on around and I'll show you on the inside. Well, this is the working area of the box office. We've got our ticket printer here, our screen for all the information that if you purchase a ticket, it'll tell you where you're seated, how many seats are available, so on and so forth. And then back here, as it gets to the box office, this is where Christina Bryan works, and she's the one that really kind of helps keep this place going. Without her, I don't think this place could run. But anyway, this is Christina's workspace, and as you can see, we've got a lot of different things going on, and we keep track of it, and that's about all there is for in here. All right, let's go to the theater. Here we are at the Markay Theater. This used to be the movie theater, and the stage was brought out. All the floor was redone, the ceiling, the bas-reliefs were about to fall off the wall, and this was all completely redone. And I think it's just one of the nicest theaters in this area. The total renovation for the Markay when they started was total donations. They did it over a 20-year period of time. $2 million was what it cost to totally renovate the Markay. And I think it is just a jewel of this area. The very last thing that was done was to put the seating in, and it's just wonderful. We've had some really, really great performances in here, not only musical, but plays, and we just had all kinds of really wonderful things. So, again, just a jewel of this area. Come on down, and I'll show you the dressing rooms and the areas down there. And as you can see, here's some costumes for the play coming up. Getting ready for that. Watch your step. Some more costumes. And here we are in the dressing rooms. Turn some lights on here for you. This is one of them here. We have a refrigerator for refreshments, a place to hang your clothes. And then we have another dressing room over here. And then we have a place for a bathroom and a shower in here for after performances. And again, just a real nice little area for people when they come to put on performances. And we've just had some really, really good performances here. So if you get a chance, we'd love to have you. You can call the box office during operation hours. Is Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 12 to 5. So we'd love to have you. Thank you so very much.
Wow. Sorry about that.
She had to get a little breather.
I had to get a breather. It went a little hard there with Liam's Fancy. But Paul Brown, his voice It's just like it's like angels singing as he showed us this beautiful, beautiful facility.
Yep.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for showing that.
Yes, thank
and
you.
you know what? Thanks to James Hamilton for filming that. And also, is he here? Do I hear him?
James, are you here?
Are you here?
James?
That would be the DM Davis.
Oh, yes.
The angel voices are the DM Davis choir.
Not James.
But James is here. And James Hamilton from Total Media is the one who is putting all of this on. He's the one that apparently forgot to push the mute button while while Paul was talking. It's fine. We needed a few more minutes.
Yep.
We know what you guys want to hear. You want to hear me and Matt.
100%.
No. So, but huge thanks to James. He's donating his time. Are you? You're donating, right? Do we have to pay you?
Wait, you guys didn't get my bill?
So, James, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. And your time with us has been short and sweet, but it's been great. No, he's been awesome. He's recorded a lot of these videos that you have seen and will continue to see throughout the night.
Yep.
And if it's not on a cell phone and it looks good, James probably did it.
Yes.
So thank you so much for all the hard work that you have put in making this happen. But enough about that. Let's go on to our next video, when we get back from that video, we're actually going to be talking to someone that I know pretty well from the Chamber of Commerce, because it's not just about inside the theater and inside the gallery this year. We're taking it outside, right,
Taking
Matt?
it outside.
We're taking it outside, and we're attempting some small little street festivals.
Yes.
And one of the things that we're going to be having is a New Orleans street jazz band. And that's who you're about to see next from Columbus, Ohio, Razzmatazz and Jazz. Hey, I think I'm gonna sit.
Yeah, you take a breather.
I'm gonna take
It's
a
fine.
breather while you watch them. It's gonna be hard though.
Come on, let's start down, oh, let's start down. I took a New Orleans, every time. That you feel, oh, my feels so pretty. It's so easy, yeah. I'm gonna take your head up and over me. Down the street. You're the top back, so you can see that you're down on the street. Lay down. There is nothing you can do with me. Come on, let's rock and roll. It was like that. I said to New Orleans. That is the old mountain going. It's a rhythm. I'm no king, there's a melody. Where I'm on the rain. You're like we are South Southern.
Oh boy, you couldn't keep me still. I'm still snapping. You know what I mean? Matt, you look different.
Yeah,
Who is this? Who is this next to me? Everyone. I just showed you Razzmatazz and Jazz because Razzmatazz and Jazz is coming to visit us in Jackson because we wanted to try to put on a few outdoor events. And you know, that takes the big guns. And I was talking to Matt and I was like, okay, what are we going to do? We need help. We need assistance. And there's only one person I could think to call. It was Kelsey. Everyone, this is Kelsey Stewart. She's one of the directors for the Chamber of Commerce, and she's also my wife. What do you think about that? Let's go. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. We pulled you out of the boardroom because you were calling people.
I was making a lot of calls, yes.
Kelsey is actually on the board here for Southern Hills Arts Council, so she helps us with everything. Anything pretty that you see coming onto the Facebook page or anything, she makes it because she's an absolute, graphic design wizard. But she's also a fun downtown event wizard. And you joined the Chamber of Commerce. When did you join this year?
I joined late August.
Okay. So it's you and your co-director. Who do you direct with?
Yes. My co-director is Brian Leach.
Brian. If he's not watching, he should be. I'll know Brian. Tisk, tisk. But Brian and you have done a lot of awesome things. So you started in August, and you have had a lot of successful events, right, this year so far?
Yeah.
Tell me about what's the first. You had one in July, right?
Yes. So we pretty much hit the ground running. In July, we had a 5K, the Freedom Fest 5K.
Oh, yeah.
And then toward the end of July, we had our golf outing.
Right, those are two really big events that the
Yes.
Chamber usually holds, right?
Yes, they hold them every year.
Yeah, so you guys pulled together. Coming back from COVID, I know, was hard. So
Yeah.
those were really successful. So what about some of the other things that you guys have done this year?
In August, we had a back to business hiring event at Park's Edge, and that was pretty successful.
Yes, that was cool. That went really well. And then you guys did, let's see, what else did you do?
In September, we went to the Apple Festival. We had a booth for the first time to promote our coloring book that's coming out soon.
Yeah, Matt and I know a lot about that booth.
Yeah, Matt and Jules did do the whole booth.
We did the whole booth.
You have
Thank
to pull in
you.
artsy people, and that's where the Markay comes in.
Yeah, so you said coloring book. So look what I have in front of me. So what is this?
This is Color Me Jackson.
Let me thumb through it while you talk about it.
So it should be for sale at the Winter Market, which is December 4th, I believe. And then businesses will each get one. If you have a page in there, you're going to have a copy of that as well. We're really excited and are really proud of it.
So it's coloring book pages of downtown businesses, anyone that wanted to participate,
Yes,
right?
if they wanted to participate, they paid a small fee and we hand drew all of these.
Yes.
You and I, we spent a very long time.
Mainly
so-
you.
Yes, which
It
was
was
not
mainly
how
you.
it was supposed to be, but mainly me, for sure.
I said, we can do this. And then I did a few and she did basically all of them.
She drew 4 and I drew 40.
And how many are there? 40?
There's a lot. There's
Yeah.
several.
It was great.
But it was fine. It was a team effort. I was most of the team, and that is okay.
That's good. That's how it usually goes.
Yes, absolutely.
I have the ideas, and then she makes them happen, which is basically what's happening here and why you're here today, actually. But what happened in October was you had a block party, right? Or not a block party. You had a trunk or treat.
Not quite a block party. That's our end goal eventually. We had our first trunk or treat.
Yeah. It was on Broadway Street.
Yes. So we asked the city to shut down Broadway Street, and many kids came and trick-or-treated on the streets of Broadway. We had, there's our sweet little family.
That's our sweet little family outside of my boat.
Yes.
Trunk.
Where you actually won. She actually won the best trunk or treat.
I did.
But that was because she had a little advantage.
I did have a little advantage. Look at sweet Matt. There he is in his little Viking get up, and some of the Apple City players. And I was like, you had this idea, and I immediately said, well, I want to bring a fire dancer.
Absolutely, because what logically do you do?
Yeah. And you
bring a fire
were
dancer.
like scared.
Yeah, I said no, but I'm really glad that she did bring him, because it was fantastic and people loved it, and it drew a crowd, and I think it really made the event special.
Yeah. So we kind of were like, okay, this went really well and people really liked it. And to have, arts performing or any kind of performance art outside, we're like, this went really well. So we said, okay, I'm part of the Markay of Southern Hills Arts Council. You got the chamber. What can we do? How can we collaborate to make some cool events for 2022? And that's what we are here to talk about today. So we have coming up in 2022, which is why we played Razzmatazz and Jazz, August. Where's it at? August what? I should know the dates. 20th. August 20th, we have our very first Jazz and Jambalaya Festival.
Yes.
So what the Markay brings to that is we bring the music. So Razzmatazz and Jazz will be performing here. And then we also have a few of our board members who volunteered to cook jambalaya for all the people that buy tickets. And then we'll be blocking off like our alleyway. I don't know if everyone went to the Kennedal Fair, but our alleyways in the back way and towards Church Street, we'll be blocking off some areas. And that's where the chamber comes in. So what are you bringing to that festival?
So we're bringing vendors. So our job with the chamber is to connect the community with vendors and promote businesses. So I'm going to get in a lot of local businesses to keep their doors open, possibly offer sales, and then call in a few businesses that do not have storefront in the downtown to set up tents and sell a few merchandise.
So that might be like the people that you might know that would make like tumblers, or the people that your t-shirt people that might not have a complete storefront, but will have a chance for to actually sell their stuff, or for you to see them, what you might order online.
It's really important for the community to see what Jackson has to offer.
Yeah, and we want to bring it downtown because we have such an awesome downtown. And you are actually organizing. We've talked about Mad Cat Puppets and the Nutcracker event.
Yeah.
You are the chair of our Outreach and Education Board committee, and you have planned a little bit. Talk about the event that you have planned for December 17th.
So on December 17th, we are having a free children's event, and it's centered around the Nutcracker because we're having Mad Cat perform the following day. And Santa's coming the next day as well. So we have a ballerina coming in to teach kids a little bit about dance. We have drummers, a drummer coming in to help the kids drum, just rhythmic drumming, and a lot of little arts and crafts. So we're really excited to have kids in here.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we're continuing on through. So you'll be bringing the vendors for the Jazz and Jambalaya Festival, some people that you'll see some familiar faces. The storefronts will be open. They'll be encouraging you to walk downtown, walk in, check it out before the performance starts, and maybe get to meet some of your favorite online people that do a lot of their work and marketing through online, physically in person. So that's August 20th. And then coming up in October, we really wanted to sort of expand on the trunk or treat that you did this year, right?
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about that. What are you planning with that?
So we just want to incorporate a little bit more of the downtown businesses and more streets. I believe we had 15 participants this time. We think it's only going to grow from there. And hopefully you're going to bring in a few more entertainers for us.
Yes, I would like to, we're planning on bringing in actual circus performers to be on the streets and, stilt walkers, things like that. And also at the end of the night, we're planning on having Mark Wood. And everyone knows Mark Wood, Mark Wood's Fun Show. He'll be doing some magic here inside the theater. So your kids can come, they can trick or treat. They can see the performers outside. They can talk to all the businesses that have come down to decorate. We'll have the actual car decorating contest or the booth decorating contest. And then at the end of the night, they'll get to come in and see Mark Wood Fun Show perform for them. So we're really excited to be collaborating with the Chamber. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on here. I really appreciate it. I got to send you back to call people, though.
All right. Perfect.
So, but you're doing great.
Thank you.
You're not one of the faces that should be in there, but you're really doing the work in there. We really appreciate it. You should be in the limelight, but
well, this was my
soak up your
5
moment.
minutes of fame. I
Soak up
appreciate
your
it.
moment because I'm taking the reins. James, zoom in on me. It's my time now. I'm going to send you off and back into make those phone calls. Answer your phones, people. We're excited to call you. We want to hear what you think. We want to hear what you're doing. It is my moment. Thank you, James. Speaking of James, this next video you're about to see was filmed by James, and it's of one of our local community members. And honestly, it's phenomenal that she is here. She's a classically trained pianist, and I think I'll just let you watch her performance, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about why you're watching it, because she's finally coming to perform here for us. Matt? Get Matt back up here.
Matt, you have to come back. I didn't do a great job.
She's making me look bad.
I'm being fired.
Matt, let's go. Enjoy. Every time I watch her play, I'm like, I'm blown away.
Oh,
She did some work for us for the play for Apple City Players. We had some sheet music that needed recorded, and to watch her play and to watch the way her mind works while she's playing is phenomenal. It's incredible. We are so excited to have her and actually Ty Hamid, who's Ohio University. He's graduating. He's getting his master's, and they're both coming here. We're going to have sort of a classical music weekend here at the Markay, March 11th and 12th. We're having solo compositions, which is a classical music performance. On Friday, we're going to have Ty. He's going to come in and he's going to perform. And then on Saturday, March the 12th, we're going to have Theodora come in and she's going to perform, and it's going to be phenomenal. We're so excited to have her here. So make sure that you get those tickets. They're on sale right now, markaytickets.org. And, also, I've seen some in the comments. I've seen some interest about these shirts, Matt.
Yes, these shirts are fantastic.
Aren't these shirts great? Look at this swag.
Ask me where we got these shirts, Jules.
Matt, where did we get these shirts?
We got these from Total Media Zip Printing.
That's right. Absolutely. Brittany from Zip Printing hooked us up.
Yes.
We said, hey, we need shirts. We can't go on. We got to represent.
We're not chumps.
No, we're not chumps.
This
We're
is not our
here.
first rodeo.
No, it's not. It's not. You can tell, I'm sure. And so we asked him, and she said, yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested in one of these shirts and you want to buy, call Zip Printing, 286-3023, and they'll hook you up. They'll get you a shirt. They're so soft.
They are. They are very
I'm
soft.
not just saying that. They're really soft. So, give them a call. They'll absolutely hook you up, and support local. Am I right?
Support local.
That's right. That's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about support. We want your support. 740-577-3841 or
740-286-6355. My contacts are a little weak.
That's okay. We don't need to know that. You just got to sell it. And you did. Call in. And also, we're calling you. So keep an eye on that phone.
Yes. And answer.
Let us know what you think, what you want. If you're like, these are pretty cool, but it'd be cool if we had, then say it.
Yes.
We're here.
Next
we're
year,
your
if
loyal
you want
servants.
this to be what the giveaway is, then tell us.
Then
and
tell us.
And we can do that.
Speaking of giveaways, 2 free tickets. Like the Markay's Facebook page, share this video, and comment in the video, and we'll be picking winners after tonight's broadcast. You'll get a little direct message from us. Bing, it's us. Do you want to come see the next performer that we have coming to you tonight? Taikauza Drummers. These are Japanese. I'm so excited for these guys.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
This is so cool. These are Japanese drummers, and they're dance performers too. So they do a whole entire show. I'm just gonna let the video speak for itself.
Yep.
And while we do that, Matt and I are gonna go work on wax on, wax off. That's what we're gonna do. Enjoy the video. Wow.
It's amazing.
Who's ready to see that in Jackson?
Right.
Who is ready to see that in Jackson? Me.
Same.
I can't wait. I'm so excited, and I think they're going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
This just in, I'm hearing it in my earpiece. Are you hearing it?
I heard it.
We've had someone who has offered to donate Markay t-shirts. It might have just been one t-shirt.
Just
but
one t-shirt for the first person.
One person t-shirt, first person.
To donate $500.
You heard it.
To the Markay.
Courtney Leach. Do you know
Courtney
who she
Leach.
is?
It was a brilliant idea.
Yeah, brilliant idea, Courtney. If you donate tonight, call us and we will make sure that you get a free t-shirt, maybe two.
740-577-3841 or 740-286-6355. Contacts are working this time.
Threw a curveball at you. We'll do free tickets too. $500. I'm gonna do the whole shebang. An ornament, a Markay CD, a keychain, a T-shirt, and some free tickets.
Some free tickets.
I'm collaborating with Courtney Leach.
You could get free tickets to the Tycoza drummers.
Yeah, you could.
That you just saw.
If that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
We'll work with you.
What else we got? What else do we have that they could get free tickets for?
Let's talk about it. You want
Okay.
to start at the top and go to the bottom?
Top to bottom.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So January in the theater, January 29th, we have Open Rail, Bluegrass Band. And
We saw them a bit ago.
Yes, and in the gallery, who do we have in the gallery?
We have Dennis Reinhardt. He is a local here in Jackson. He taught at Jackson High School for many years, and he does photography. And it's fantastic photography of the area, really. It really portrays Appalachia in a very beautiful light. And we're excited to have him as in our gallery space for December or January.
January. Get it together.
Get it together.
In February, on February 5th, we have New Frontiers, the Journey cover band that you saw earlier. Who do we in on February 25th, 26th, and 27th?
Yes.
We have Apple City Players doing Hallelujah Girls. Yes. Who do we have in the gallery?
The gallery this is a new show. It is the Southern Hills Arts Council juried show. So it differs from other shows that are just invitational or open to any artist. A juried show is a little more competitive, a little more for the professional artist. It is something that is juried beforehand. So you submit your piece. It is juried before the actual show. So you may not enter to be in the show, but it is higher stakes, more competition. We don't have a lot of that around here. So we're going to try it out this year.
Right. So that's exciting. And then in April, we have the Markay All-Stars are coming to see us.
We skipped March.
I did skip
You
March.
skipped March.
And March has some of my favorite things.
Yes.
I'll never forgive myself. Let's take it to March. March 5th, we have our Right to Read Writers Showcase. I'm actually going to be talking a little more detail about that in just a minute.
Yes.
In March 11th to 12th, we have solo compositions, our classical piano music weekend with Theodora Owen and, of course, Ty Hamid.
Yes.
On March 26th, we have Liam's Fancy, who we saw from earlier. You saw me dancing a jig. I'm so excited. Who do we have in the gallery?
We have Jessica Malone. She is a native of Oak Hill. She currently resides in Gallipolis. She is known all over the area. She's had several publications in different magazines. She's a photographer, fantastic photographer. I am proud to call her a friend, and I'm so excited to have her here for a gallery show.
We can't wait. Should I do April now? Let's go.
Right.
April 9th, we have the Markay All-Stars coming. We're actually going to be talking to someone from the Markay All-Stars here in just a little bit. So stay tuned for that interview. But they're an awesome cover band. They come in and they perform for us, and it's a lot of people who have been a part of our board and support the Markay, and it's always a fun night. Who do we have in the gallery?
Gallery for, is it April?
April.
Is the Picture Perfect Amateur Photo Competition. It's something that we've had for the past several years. It is an amateur photography competition, and it really showcases the up-and-coming artists of the area that, maybe have photography as a hobby or, just picked up their cell phone and they like to take pictures and figure out composition. It really gives them a voice in the community to be like, hey, I could really do this maybe professionally or just keep it as a hobby.
Absolutely.
It's a great show.
It is. We're super excited for that. And in May 6th, 7th, and 8th, we have the Apple City Players coming back for Fox on the Fairway. On May 14th, we have our first ever Take Me Back movie and car show. It's going to be a really fun event. It's basically going to be like you're traveling back in time. We're going to be showing an old movie from the 1960s, and we're going to be having a little bit of a car show. We're going to have some older cars. I have a connection with a few guys that participate in car shows. We're going to have like period appropriate car shows. So you'll drive down Main Street and you'll see all these old cars. You get to come into the Markay and watch a movie like maybe a lot of people did.
Right.
So that's super exciting. Who do we have in the gallery?
We have the high school art show. So that is Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, and Vinton County high schools all sending their best to our gallery space for a high school art show. We had some amazing pieces this past year for it. It was one of the first gallery shows that I was a part of getting onto the board, and it's fantastic. And this year's going to be even better.
Yes. And then in May, we have, nope, I'm jumping. Why am I jumping so hard, Matt?
It's the way we've got this.
It's the way we've got this.
No, that's right. You need May.
I need May? This is May?
Yeah, yep.
This one right here?
Wait,
No,
hold on.
we just did May. June 25th. We have the first ever Cardinal Village Film Festival, and we are so excited about that. We're actually going to be having an interview about that later. Why are you laughing? Did I do something wrong?
Nope. Just what we've done here.
It's done. We've done something here.
fine.
We'll be selling these papers afterwards
Yes.
if you guys want to see. It's pretty incredible the way our minds work. So, but June 25th, we have a short film festival that we're having here at the Markay. We actually have an interview all the way from Chicago.
Yes.
Chicago coming in
Chicago.
soon here, so stay tuned for that. You'll hear more details about that. Who is in the gallery, Matt?
Gallery, we have our first collaborative show. We have Brittany Potter, which is a photographer. She's also on our board. And then we have Sean Gentry, which is actually the current high school art teacher here in Jackson, and he does 3D printing. It's very cool. So a little bit for everybody in that show. So.
Right. And in July, we have July 2nd. Elvis is here, baby. Dwight Eisenhower. And then July 30th, we have Evening with the Arts.
Yes.
Keep an eye out. We have some announcements coming soon about Evening with the Arts coming in 2022. Matt and I are one of the heads of that and in control.
Yep.
So, it's...
So if you like what we're doing this evening,
Don't tell them that.
Don't do that.
But
yes,
be patient.
there will be some updated things to Evening with the Arts.
Yes.
Little new things that we're going to be trying out. It should be a lot of fun.
Yes. Who do we have in the gallery?
In the gallery, we have Ethan Michael.
Awesome.
And Dustin Herbert, another collaborative show. Ethan Michael is fantastic. If you don't know his work, he works in pyrography, which is wood burning essentially, but it is not just craft. It is taken up and advanced and elevated to fine art level. He uses, flame, but then he goes in and paints and stains, and it's fantastic. And then Dustin, which is one of his really good friends, does photography, and it's fantastic photography as well. So we're excited for that.
Awesome. And then we have coming up in August 20th, our collaboration with the Chamber, Jazz and Jambalaya, and we're super excited about that. Who do we have coming into the gallery?
We have Apple Country Quilts.
Oh, you know it. You love it.
They are here
It's the
every
quilt
year,
show,
and
baby.
they turn out every single year. They are just amazing. And to come into the gallery and just have all of those quilts hung up like tapestries it's just fantastic.
It's awesome. September, we have September 18th, we have another Take Me Back movie show that we're going to be having, the Vintage Car Show and Old Movie. We're super excited about that. And in the gallery, of course.
In the gallery, we have the Apple Festival Invitational.
It's September.
Yes.
We all know what that is.
It is the Apple Festival. So during the Apple Festival, we have the gallery space open, and it is an invitational. We invite people in to have one piece, different mediums, different artists, just to showcase what our town has to offer as far as 2D art.
Right.
And last year was fantastic, and this year is going to be better. So
Sweet. October, we have Taikauza Drummers. They will be here October 8th. October 29th is another collaboration with the Chamber of Commerce. They're downtown trunk or treat with our performers and, of course, Mark Wood, who we got in the gallery.
yes, we have Trevin Wyant.
Oh, I'm so excited.
He is from this area. He's had a show here at the Markay prior to this event, or to his show this year, and he is fantastic. He works in mixed media, different imagery. He teaches at Shawnee as well. So just fantastic.
Yeah, he's incredible. Super unique art. We're really, you guys have to come out to that show.
For sure.
November 12th, we have our first ever coffee house circuit competition that's actually hosted by Colby Likens. Colby is here with us tonight, and in just a few minutes, he's actually going to be performing live, which we're super excited about. But this is a competition for singer-songwriters. We have collaborated with some local coffee shops, Donkey Coffee in Athens, and of course, the Spot on Main here in Jackson. They're coming in. They will be the judge. If you're a singer-songwriter and you love to perform and you're kind of just getting your foot in the door, or you have and you want to expand where you perform, you'll come in, you'll perform in front of our judges, which will be the coffee house owners and, of course, the crowd. And you'll do a song, and they will judge and pick the winner, and the winner gets to perform at these coffee houses in Athens at Donkey Coffee, and, of course, with Jenny on the Spot on Main. So we're super excited about that. It's going to be a great night.
Yes.
Who do we have in the gallery?
We have Savannah Fout, which I am so excited for.
Me too.
I met her at our Foothills event at Park's Edge here in town just 2 months ago. And she is a younger artist, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
She works in mixed media, a lot of colored pencil. She actually won our youth category at Foothills. And she's just fantastic. As soon as I saw her stuff when she was checking in that day, I asked her, I was like, hey, would you want to have a show? Because she had a collaborative show at Pump House this past year, but she hasn't had her own solo show. And for somebody that young to have that much talent, I was like, I want you in the gallery. So she's going to be one to come to see for sure.
Absolutely. And finishing it out in December, we have Iron City Wind Ensemble. Ryan Hurd from Jackson High School Band has agreed, and a few, I think, of our board members actually might hop into that group. They're going to perform a candlelight Christmas performance. It's going to be super great. We're so excited to have them on board. And of course, you know, these are all tentative events. Keep up to date with us. We add as we go throughout the year. So there'll be other things happening throughout the year. And then who will be in the gallery?
In the gallery, we have a group collaborative show. We have Judy Walbacher, Angie Terry, Bev Riley, and Betsy Parker. These four ladies are fantastic. I got the pleasure of meeting them also at the Foothills. Judy actually won our Best in Show with a Alcohol Inc. Piece that she had done. It was fantastic. They are
great.
As talented as they are so much nicer and sweeter. And it was a pleasure to talk to them. And they travel along with each other to different shows. And I asked them if they would want to have a collaborative show as four of them. And they were just so pleased that I asked. So I'm excited for that show as well.
They're great ladies. So that,
they do a ton of different types of media. We have jewelry. We have, like I said, alcohol inks. They play around with whatever they can get their hands on. So there'll be a lot of different art from a lot of different people that night. So
right, it's going to be awesome. That's a little quick look at our year. We'll stop talking. You're tired of listening to us. We get it. We're going to take it into a really special video that one of my really good friends, Katie Spriggs, came in and did a performance for. It's to promote March 5th, our Right to Read Writer Showcase. And basically that's going to be a night where we reach out, we're collaborating with local schools to have writers come in and perform. They're going to be performing some excerpts from short stories they've written, maybe even reading from some of their favorite books, performing poetry like you'll see Katie do here in just a minute. And also we're going to be having quick little TED Talks, educational information given by some of our great writers from around here. We have Candace Milliken, who has agreed to come. I'm so excited that she's agreed to help us. She's going to be talking about creative writing and about her styles, her strengths. I will potentially be talking about screenwriting and how to turn your song, your poem, your short story into something visual. And we're hoping to have some people come in and talk about songwriting. It's going to be a great night. And just to kind of give you a taste of what that might be like, here's a really awesome video filmed, of course, by James Hamilton of Katie Spriggs performing some slam poetry. Enjoy.
I knew exactly what love looked like in 7th grade. Even though I hadn't met love yet, if love wandered into my homeroom, I would have recognized him at first glance because love wore a hemp necklace. I would have recognized her at first glance because love wore a tight French braid. Love played acoustic guitar and knew all of my favorite Beatles songs. Love wasn't afraid to ride the bus with me. And I knew I just must be searching in the wrong classroom, just must be checking the wrong hallways. She was there, I was sure of it. If only I could find him. But when love finally showed up, she had a bowl cut, and he knew nothing about the Beatles. He wore the same clothes every day for a week. Love hated the bus Instead, every time Love and I tried to kiss, our teeth got in the way. Love became the reason I lied to my parents and said, I'm going to Ben's house. Love had terrible rhythm on the dance floor, but made sure that we never missed a slow dance. Love waited by the phone because she knew if her father picked up, all it would be was, hello? Hello? I guess they hung up. And love grew, stretched like a trampoline. Love changed, love disappeared slowly, like baby teeth losing parts of me I thought I needed. Love vanished like an amateur magician. Everyone could see the trap door but me. Like a flat tire, there were places I had planned on going, but my plans didn't matter. Love stayed away for years, and when Love finally reappeared, I barely recognized him. Love smelled different now, had darker eyes, a broader back. Love came with freckles I didn't recognize. No, birthmarks, a softer voice. Now there were new sleeping patterns, new favorite books. Love had songs that reminded him of someone else, songs Love didn't like to listen to. And so did I. But we found a park bench that fit us perfectly. We found jokes that made us laugh, and now Love makes me fresh, homemade chocolate chip cookies, but Love will probably finish most of them for a midnight snack. Love looks great in lingerie, but still likes to wear her retainer. Love is a terrible driver, but a great navigator. Love knows where she's going. It might just take her an extra 2 hours to get there. Love is messier now, not as simple. Love chews too loud, leaves the cap off the toothpaste. Love uses smiley faces in her texts. But Love also cries, and Love will tell you you are beautiful and mean it. Over and over again, you are beautiful. When you first wake up, you are beautiful. When you've just been crying, you are beautiful. When you don't want to hear it, you are beautiful. When you don't believe it, you are beautiful. When nobody will tell you, you are beautiful. Love still thinks that you are beautiful. But Love is not perfect, and Love will sometimes forget when you need to hear it most. You are beautiful. Do not forget this. Love is not who you were expecting. Love is not what you can predict. Maybe Love is in New York City already asleep, and you are in California, Australia, wide awake. Maybe Love is always in the wrong time zone. Maybe Love is not ready for you. Maybe you are not ready for Love. Maybe Love just isn't the marrying type. Maybe the next time you see Love is 20 years after the divorce. Love looks older now. Love is just as beautiful as you remember. Maybe Love is only there for a month. Maybe Love is there for every firework, every birthday party, every hospital visit. Maybe Love stays. Maybe Love can't. Maybe Love shouldn't. Love arrives exactly when it's supposed to, and Love leaves exactly when Love must. When Love arrives, say welcome, make yourself comfortable. If Love leaves, ask her to leave the door open behind her. Turn off the music, listen to the quiet. Whisper, thank you for stopping by.
Back to you, Matt.
Welcome back, guys. Wasn't that fantastic? That was Katie Spriggs doing a poetry read for us, and she just did fantastic. Jules has left me, but I have another friend here that is just another talented person of the community. He's here to play one of his original songs. Colby Likens, take it away.
Thank you. This one's called Daylight.
Never liked me or the horse I rode in on. Not the usual first choice to bid on. I was chalking it up to my lack of confidence. I'm running out of excuses. I'm in a typical rut, I'm just useless. I was hoping you could tell me which way my conscience went. 'Cause I'm out of luck, I'm on the run, backed in a corner without my guns. I've got a question if you've got time. Will you ever see the daylight? Always thought that one day it'd get better. Maybe soon we'll finally get it together. But lately I've been thinking I was unaware of the consequence. I'm backed myself into a real good corner. The Stockholm syndrome from my habits is torture. I've been thinking maybe I was using all of my common sense. 'Cause I'm out of luck, I'm on the run, backed in a corner without my guns. I've got a question if you've got time. Will I ever see the daylight? Give it to me straight, look me in the eyes. Stick that knife in my heart, put an end to this fight. 'Cause I'm tired of this game. I wanna give up so bad, it's too hard to explain. 'Cause I'm out of luck, I'm on the run, backed in a corner without my guns. I got a question if you've got time. Will I ever see the daylight? Will I ever see the daylight? Will I ever see the daylight? Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Colby, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I absolutely loved that. That's the first time we've got to hear that. And Colby's been pursuing music a lot more lately. I'm sure you've seen him around. And if you see his name or face pop up, you have to go watch him play. But he's going to be hosting the Coffee House Circuit for us in November. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for helping us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You're going to be seeing his face actually in this next segment because we're getting ready to talk about our short film stuff, about our short film everything. But before I do that, can you make an alert noise? Wah, wah, wah. Not what I thought you were going to do, but that's fine. I was looking for more of a wee woo, wee woo. Wee woo, wee woo. Uh-oh, Courtney Leach, someone has made you a truther. This just in. John Lewis has donated $500, and he wants that t-shirt. Wow, wow, wow. That's air horn. John Lewis, thank you so much for donating. We're going to be talking with him here in a little bit. But first.
Also, we had an anonymous donation of $10,000. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That is fantastic.
Can you say that again?
An anonymous
donation
of
$10,000.
Thank you so much.
Yes, incredible. We appreciate you so much. Everything you do for us, thank you. We're so excited to be supported and to be able to provide this place for you. So thank you. Up next, we're chiming in all the way from Chicago because we're here to talk about the short film festival that we have coming up in June. And to talk about that, of course, just to give you a little bit of background, Matt and I, Colby also, he's been involved with us. He's done some acting for us as well. He will be seen in this. We have done stuff with short films.
Yes.
And
for a couple,
almost
few years now.
5 or 6 years, we've done stuff. We've played stuff here at the Markay.
Yep.
But, we really wanted an opportunity to give people just like us a chance to compete and to win. So Cardinal Village is a company that was started by my cousin Jalen and I. He does all of our cinematography. He's our director of photography, and he makes that stuff happen visually. And we have sponsored this contest, and we, of course, had to bring him on to talk tonight. James, do we have him? Oh my gosh, let me see him. Oh.
Heyo.
Hey,
Hello.
How you doing,
What's
my
happening?
sweet friend?
I'm great. Shout out to
You're
Colby
great.
and everybody. James and the
Yes.
crew keeping this thing running smoothly. You
I
guys are
know,
looking
right?
good from the other side of the pond.
We love to hear it. How is Chicago?
It's good. It was
good?
30 this morning and 60 at about 4 p.m. So
It's
typical
just like
day.
Ohio.
Yeah.
I love to hear it. It's just like Ohio then. So thank you so much for joining us. Thanks so much for chatting with us. So Cardinal Village Film Fest coming up in June. How exactly did you get into filming? I mean, I know how we did, but like, what was your inspiration and what got you into film?
Yeah, I had kind of an unorthodox entry. I grew up with her in Southern Ohio, and that was one thing we want to do is tell Southern Ohio stories. So, I didn't go to school for this. I kind of came into it after my sports career and ended. I played college sports and was looking for some way to express myself, in short. And I discovered, film, photography, a camera. I was playing music a lot at the time, and that was kind of the entry point for me. And the rest is history.
Right. We've been doing this stuff since we were little. We had like the old camcorders and we were making, we claimed to be the first curators of a podcast. We had like a little recorder and we would make our podcast. We would play cassette tapes and then we would act like we were on a radio station and we would talk about it.
That's fantastic.
And it was great. So we've been passionate about film and stuff like that our whole lives. So I started writing and I, reached out to Jalen and I was like, I really want to do this. And the first thing that we did was Letting Indigo, right?
Yes.
And we did that. We worked on that for a week. Did it take us about 5 days to shoot that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we debuted it here at the Markay. It's still not completely finished. We put a lot of hard work into that, and we've grown a lot since then. I think that's one of the things that we're proud of, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to have this contest is because, we started off small, and now we've really worked into some really awesome productions that we're really proud of, and we really want to give people an opportunity to do that. So in June, we're going to have, the month before, we're going to have prompts, right? And Jalen and I kind of curated our idea with the prompts. We had a few options, but we both really agreed that everyone should be given the same kind of prompts, right, Jay?
Yeah, I think that's the best, in my opinion, that's the best way to approach any sort of contest, right? Just have baseline rules. Everyone gets that set of rules, and then it's up to your own personal creativity and expression to tell the story how you wish. And I think that's what we're after is empowering people to chase that creativity in their own right and to have some sort of reward for being themselves in a way.
Right. So everyone will get, like, for example, you'll get a line that you need to incorporate, you'll get a genre, and then you'll get a prop. And you have a month. We're giving everyone a month to create films that are about under 5 minutes, 5 minutes long, somewhere in there. And then we are donating $500 to the winner. So it'll cost $20 for your team to enter, and we will be the judges. And I think that it's really important that I brought you on here and that we talked about some of the stuff that we've done, because we've started so small and we're still small, but we kind of like that. And we kind of are seeing value in that because we have learned each other so much. But it's taken a few years, but I mean, talk about a little bit, Jay, like as far as growing, like what we've learned the most and what you would want these people who are interested in doing it to know going in that is important to us.
Yeah, I think it's important to focus on the storytelling. And, I've been lucky and fortunate to have both of you guys behind the camera and putting words to paper and massaging that and working with talent and those type of things to craft a really great story. Because that's the foundation of it all, right? Just to start with a simple 3-act narrative and tell the story in a way that fits to the prompted genre and style, and you don't need the latest and greatest technology, meaning cameras or software. You can do so much with a simple an iPhone. Even I recommended someone the other day that was looking to get into filmmaking. I said, focus on storytelling. Use your iPhone, and when you feel like you can get a good story and you understand how that camera works, and the biggest thing in filmmaking, really, if you want to talk about visually, is lighting. So focus on lighting, understand how to use the sun, natural lighting, and stay simple. You don't need a crazy camera. You don't need crazy gear. All you need is a good story, a clear, concise story that is moving in the same direction, and just keep it simple.
Right. We're not looking for the most knock you down graphics and incredible gear, because we know that it's important and what really matters behind that.
For sure. I mean, heart behind any creative endeavor is what's going to make it successful.
Right.
So start there
Yes.
with your stories and,
And
build from there.
If you don't have, I mean, this is coming from someone who Jalen's worked with Nike. He's worked with Levi. He has been involved with artists. Dwight White, he's someone who he works closely with, who's an incredible artist in Chicago. I mean, he knows what's important, and, not just bragging. I mean, he genuinely has learned from the ground up. And, if you are watching this and you're interested in making short films, or you're young, or you have a story, or you want to give it a go, we want to encourage you, even if it's just your cell phone, make sure you give it a go and keep following us so we can see your stuff here. We'll have a red carpet night. We'll actually watch your movies. Your friends can come and see it up on the big screen. You could possibly win some money. It should be a really fun night. Jalen, thank you so much for jumping on here with us.
Yes, it was so good to see you.
And here's the big
nice
question.
To see your guys' faces.
The big question is, are you coming home for this? Are you coming back to Appalachia to judge this?
I'm coming home, baby.
I'm coming home.
Or Square. Yeah. Do you guys cue the music for me?
Yes. Take it away. No, so he's coming home. We're all going to be here.
Fantastic.
And we all can't wait to see. James, do we have a clip of the most recent thing that we've worked on? This is the buddy one, yes. We're gonna play a super quick clip that we're really proud of it, and we might actually, maybe we'll have the night of, we might have something for you guys to watch that we've completed, right, Jalen? Yeah,
Indeed.
slow head nod, classic. But yes, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll see you very soon. And enjoy this clip. Cardinal Village, some of our favorite local faces you'll see in that. This is something we worked on this summer.
Can I help you, fellas?
Daddy! Daddy, wake up! Sid, hold on! Sid!
Oh, Josh Richter coming at you with the
Josh
shotgun. Okay, let's dive in. Who do we have next?
I don't know. We have another caller. Who do we got?
Hello? Another caller.
Hello.
I hope it's someone we know.
There he is.
That's who we know. It's our very good friend. Is that John Lewis?
Hey, how you
He
doing?
signed. Are you excited about your new Markay shirt that you got for the
I am
$500
really
donation?
excited. I needed a new T-shirt, but I said, Thanksgiving's coming or has gone, and it wasn't really kind to me. So make it a large.
There you go.
Large it is. You are going to enjoy it. Thank you so much for donating, and thank you so much for being here with us.
It's great to be here.
Oh, well, I'm so excited to talk about Markay All-Stars because I didn't know what it was until you mentioned it. And then I was on our theater manager program, and I saw the amount of people that came to see you the last time that you guys played. What is Markay All-Stars?
Well, first of all, it's a group of people that just love the Markay. I mean, the Markay to us is very special, a lot of memories, very dear to our heart. So there's a group that we just wanted to give back. We wanted to create some love and excitement. And there we go. Markay All-Stars were born.
Yes, and you guys, it's a huge group of talented musicians, and you guys do primarily covers, right? You bounce around decades, right? I was looking at a set list.
Yeah, I mean, if you like eclectic music, we're right there for you. I mean, we've got some blues, jazz, rock, Americana. You're going to get some 70s, 80s, 90s. It's almost like, Total Media and now. Just a really wide variety.
Right, and you guys are awesome. I was looking through the Facebook, and I found some old promo videos of you guys, and it's such a fun set, and it's such a fun group of people and fun night. You have offered to come to the Markay in April, and you have offered to do it free of charge as a fundraiser for us. So thank you so much for doing that. We really appreciate that.
Well, there's no more fun than getting a bunch of people in the seats at the Markay. I mean, you want to talk about a fundraiser? That is a fundraiser. I mean, it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, absolutely. And you on the drums, and you on the vocals. And I think something that we've talked about too is that there could very well be some new faces this year on the stage.
Well, Jules, a real all-star team, you've got to have, the new players every year. You've got rookies, you've got veterans that haven't been there. So, it's going to be a great group. We're going to bring some new folks in. It's just going to be a fun raiser.
Yes. Emphasis on the fun. John Lewis knows how to have fun. I've seen it happen in real life. That's one thing he brings to the party. And I don't know if you know this, but I could potentially be playing with the All-Stars.
Oh, very nice.
I could.
What instruments? Jules knows how to play every instrument I've ever seen her pick up. So what would she be playing if she were to join the Markay All-Stars?
John, do you want to reveal what I could be potentially playing?
Jules plays mean rhythm, and you can't have too much rhythm and background. So I'm looking for that. Jules is going to just put in some color across the sound waves.
Very nice. I don't want to step on any toes, but I would like to put my hat in. I'm a pretty good tenor.
Yes.
I'm not. Don't even take that seriously.
He's a great he could do the dancing.
I can snap.
Hey, if you can dance, you're in. We need some dancers.
Hey, that could be great. I might even get a few I might even sneak in a few solos.
There you go.
If they'll let me. We'll see.
Some rhythm solos.
Yeah.
Some rhythm solos. Well, we are so excited.
We've got the Apple Tower of Power horn section. I mean, where else are you going to get a horn section called the Apple Tower of Power?
I love that.
That is so awesome. I mean, it's just so full. The band is so full, and it's one of my favorite bands to sit and just to like actually watch live. You know, people always come here and they see the theater seats, and this is something I would be willing to bet that people are going to be off their feet.
Oh,
for
for
show.
sure.
This is going to be one you're going to want to get up and boogie when you come see it.
Yeah, I got to rest up because, at 1, it's going to be late at night. I'm not really a night owl anymore, but I'm going to rest up, eat well, get really ready for this show. And it's going to be a barn burner. We're going to have such a great time. It's going to be a party.
Yes.
If I don't see you running up the courthouse stairs like Rocky getting ready for this, I'm going to be like, he's not ready.
He's not ready.
He's not ready.
Hold him for another week. Well, April 9th, we are going to have John Lewis in the Markay All-Stars, some new faces, some old faces coming to do this incredible fundraiser. And we've talked about a few ways of how we might do this. And so make sure, we're still in the works. So make sure that you stay up to date with us. This is going to be a community show. It's going to bring back and revitalize the Markay audience. And that's really what you guys want to do, right, John?
Absolutely. Support the Markay. It's a wonderful facility. It's a great place to just make memories. You need to support your local arts. That's where culture is made. And if you're not supporting your local arts, man, your culture just keeps going downhill. So become a member, buy tickets, sponsor a show, whatever you can do. I think it's a great cause. And I just can't wait till April 9th to get all of our friends back together and have a really good time with the community.
Well, we can't wait either. John, thank you so much for joining us. Be up to date. If you see John's face on the Markay page, it's going down. We're going to have a great time. Enjoy your shirt, and thank you for your donation and all that you do for the Markay. We appreciate you very much.
Hey, thank you guys. It takes a lot to do what you're doing. I've been in your seat, and we really appreciate all the work you guys do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. John, we'll talk to you soon. See ya.
Cheers.
Bye. Oh, Matt. John Lewis, Chicago, Colby Likens. You know what I need in my life before we hit the road running and call it a night?
What do you need?
I need some Amanda Crabtree in my life. That's what I need. I need a report from the ground floor. I need to know what is happening. Amanda Crabtree, I hear her footsteps on
the pitter-patter of Amanda's footsteps.
Amanda, come in here and take this for a second, please.
I get to sit?
You get to sit. Oh, yeah. She hasn't got to take a break yet, even though she left me earlier. So, how is the boardroom going? How is the phone calls?
It's going well. It is going well.
Good.
And I think that you heard about some of the fantastic news we've had.
Yes.
We have had a stellar night. Had a great anonymous donation. We've had some other great donations. We've had some people who have never been members before who have joined.
Awesome.
We've had people who have given some great suggestions.
She's back.
I'm back, baby.
She's back. I know that we are getting, thanks, Colby.
Thank you, Colby.
Bye, Colby. Thank you.
I think it's great to get those new members and get more interest in the Markay.
Yep.
And I am really, really excited because this membership drive has been fantastic. And I know that I think you announced earlier that last year we made between $10,000 and $12,000 last year. Mm-hmm. We have well surpassed that.
Fantastic.
This membership drive this year so far has made...
Wait, we have confetti cannons. Should we do it?
I mean, sure.
Hold on, are you ready?
Yes.
I don't know how to do it.
You twist it. Put your mic down.
It's a two-handed job here, Matt. We need both hands.
We're about to announce our number. Let's hear it, Amanda. What did we hit?
We're about $16,000.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
And we have so many people that we haven't heard from yet. So I'm sure that number is going to go up. And we are just so appreciative of everybody who has given tonight, anybody who made their donation tonight or renewed a membership or got a new membership tonight is getting one of those great Markay ornaments. And so exciting. So there is still time. We're here for a little bit longer. You can give us a call at that number, or you can. That number is 286-6355. I don't have my glasses on anymore. Had to look really closely.
Same.
But you can give us a call. Or, if you hear that phone ring tonight still, because we're still at it a little bit longer, make sure you answer that phone.
Awesome. And I just want to say really quick before Amanda leaves, this is Amanda's last year with us. Her term is up on the board. She's been, without a doubt, I mean, anything that you do is phenomenal. And she is so selfless. She's so compassionate. And this is kind of her baby. The telethon is kind of her baby. And it's just, she has the greatest ideas. And we are sad to see you go, but we just appreciate everything that you've done.
And
Seriously.
I promise I don't pay them to say that out of the telethon money.
No, that's coming out of our hearts. We love her. She's incredible. You've done so much for us in the Markay and the community. Thank you.
Well, I am really passionate about the Markay. My mom was on the Southern Hills Arts Council board back in the 80s. And I just think that this has been a labor of love for so many people in this community. And we can't forget about the people who 30 years, 40 years before us were working hard for the arts in Southern Ohio. And I mean, we are all, I've been on the board for 6 years, but my goodness, there have been people who have been involved for 5 times that number.
For sure.
And they've built this legacy, and it is a fantastic venue, and it is just a fantastic organization, and it's so important. And, I'm also on the Jackson County Economic Development Partnership Board, and I think that it plays so much into that. I think that when businesses are coming to town, when doctors are coming to town, new teachers, they're looking to see what our community can offer them, what can be offered to their children. And this is something that we can be proud of. And it really does enhance our economic development as well. So it's not just something that we can enjoy ourselves. It's something we need to be proud of, and we need to make sure that we are telling everybody about it.
Absolutely.
100%.
And we are proud of you, and we appreciate everything you do.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And thanks for this really cool t-shirt.
Hey, you're welcome.
Definitely.
Exclusive. Awesome. So we're going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You can still call in if you feel like donating, if you feel like chatting, if you feel like giving us some ideas or whatever. Give us a call at the numbers that you see at the bottom of the screen. And we can't wait to see you in 2022. Thank you so much for your generosity. And we're going to leave it tonight, and we're going to play it out with one of our favorites that comes and visits us every year at the Markay. John Pelletier does Rock for Tots, Remembering the 60s, the Apollos. They were just here. They're phenomenal. To take us out for the night is John Pelletier, Remembering the 60s, Rock for Tots. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you in 2022.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. I stole a kiss at the turn of a mile, my curiosity running wild. Cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go. Riding along in my automobile, I'm anxious to tell her the way I feel. I told her softly and sincere, she leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling, driving and moving slow, with no particular place to go. Place to go. We parked way out on the Kokomo. The night was young and the moon was gold. We both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't have fastened a safety belt. Riding along with my automobile, still trying to get her seatbelt loose. All the way home I held a grudge for the safety belt that would not budge. Cruising and playing the radio with no particular place to go. if I have to go, you'll be thinking of me. Somehow I will know. Someday when I'm lonely, wishing you weren't so far away, then I will remember things we said today. You say you'll be mine, girl, till the end of time. These days such a kind girl seems so hard to find. Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, then we will remember things we said today. Me, I'm just the lucky kind, love to hear you say that love is love, and though we may be blind, love is here to stay, and that's enough to make you mine, girl. Be the only one. Love me all the time, girl. We'll go on and on. Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, then I will remember things we said today. Me, I'm just the lucky kind, love to hear you say that love is love, and though we may be blind, love is here to stay, and that's enough to make you mine, girl. Be the only one. Love me all the time, girl. We'll go on and on. Someday